This Advent season, opportunities abound to be like John the Baptist, always pointing to Jesus Christ. I mentioned that advice that I received last week in my reflection. The gospel today is from John's gospel. Last week it was from Mark. There's something about John the Baptist that he's so important about his message that he's mentioned 2 Sundays in a row in the gospel reading in this cycle of the Advent season. In this version of John's gospel, he expands that just a little bit more than Mark, that apparently around the Christian community, that story of John the Baptist was alive and real in Mark's community and in John's community, the gospel, which comes much later, several years later after Mark's gospel was written. John the Baptist is clearly a witness to Jesus as Messiah. And John the Baptist is aligned in the row of prophets from the First Testament. He aligns himself with Isaiah and says, I am not the Messiah. I'm not the one you're looking for. I am here to say to you, make a highway, a straight path clearly and directly towards God, Messiah, who is Jesus. John the Baptist is pointing to Christ, the incarnation that we will celebrate in 10 days in Christmas, the Word that becomes flesh and dwells among us, and even dwells among us and within us today. Like I said, this season has an abundance of opportunities to deepen our commitment to point our lives toward Jesus Christ. I also started my Christmas shopping on this third week of Advent, and I know that I've got this frantic pace along with everyone else. And I'm just thinking of the opportunities for us to point our lives towards Jesus in simple things. In taking a moment just to slow down and be kind to someone. Slowing down to maybe to help an older person. Slowing down enough to be patient with others, and most importantly, patient with ourselves in listening and hearing someone's opinion that may be different than our own. Simple things that someone can see in our lives as Christians to say, hey, there goes John the Baptist who's pointing us to Jesus. There goes someone who's making the way, making a pathway that's very clear that I can follow towards Jesus Christ. That is our call this week, to be like John the Baptist once again this Sunday. And let this season of giving and this season coming fast approaching upon us of the incarnation carry us not only this season, but the seasons beyond. And also help us be mindful of how we live our lives in the present moment each and every day. Amen.